What's happening, party people? Woo woo! Yes, sir. About to go live. Look like I got somebody already. Is that me? Am I the only one? Hey, I got a thumbs up. Thank you very much. I think I'll hit the thumbs up as well. If it lets me. Where can I find the thumbs up at? Oh man, I don't see the thumbs up for myself. Looks like I have a decent mic setting. Is this the mic that's on? Testing 1 2. Or is this the mic that's on? I think my built-in mic is on wherever that is. Can you guys hear me on the mic? Oh, I muted myself. I am back on the mic. Testing 1 2. If anybody's on and you can hear me, let me know in the chat. Say, hey Robert, here I am. I'm on and I'm checking out your live. I appreciate that. I'm actually using the webcam on my computer on YouTube, and I'm on my phone over here on TikTok. I got a couple likes. I don't know if I did those likes myself, so let me try to give myself some likes. Hey, I appreciate you coming in and visiting my live. I'm going to talk a little bit about my last salvage yard run. That's what I enjoy doing every once in a while, hitting the salvage yard, trying to get a few parts, trying to make sure I have parts for people that are common and needed. So there I was. All good, sound good. Thank you, JM. Now, I was running some errands, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, and I decided to go to our local junkyard. Does my air conditioner sound a little bit too loud? I got an air conditioner about 5 feet from me here, maybe even closer to that. Does that air conditioner sound too loud? I'm going to cut it off. You guys tell me. Without it, I'm going to sweat it out here. There it is. The air conditioner is off. If it sounds better with it off, I'll just leave it off and sweat it out. If it doesn't bother anybody, I'll turn it on and let it run because I kind of need the air. It's getting warm here. Summer is finally made it to Cincinnati, Ohio, and most of the other places I visit, So anyway, I was running some errands. Thank you very much, JM. And I decided, hey, let me swing by the junkyard because I believe they had a P80 V70 NA slick top there that had some parts on it. I go down to Two Stack Jack, some of you know who that is, and that's the only car that's not lifted off the ground. And I said to myself before I got there, there's definitely two parts I'm going to get. Number one, I'm going to get the oil block off plate because a lot of people need those oil block off plates. I'm going to definitely get that. Number two, I was going to try to get possibly the mass airflow sensor, definitely the sunroof trim if that was there. And I was going to look under the car at a couple of parts that I needed for my car that are just totally rusted out. So I grab minimal tools. I walk in prepared to remove a wheel, get that oil block off plate, and crawl under the car to see that plate I needed that's rusted out on my car. And I get there, and the car is on the ground. The only car on the ground. It's like all the other cars up in the air. This was on the ground. So I couldn't pull the wheel. So I said, man, it's going to be real hard getting on the ground, getting under the car, trying to get that oil block off plate, but I'm going to try. I reached in the car, grabbed the steering wheel. I figured the steering wheel would move a little bit. Every inch counts. And for some reason, with no key, the steering wheel wasn't locked. So I just turned the wheel all the way to the right. I was able to reach under the car, pop that oil block off plate with Danny. Now, those of you who don't know, don't watch me enough, I started naming my power tools when somebody ran off with one. I'm not probably not going to let you run off with one of my tools if my tool has a name. So all of my power tools have names. I had Henrietta with me, and I had Danny with me, and I popped that oil block off plate off with Danny. So get the oil block off plate off. I look under the car, and those pieces that I want have surface rust on them. But other than that, they're in pretty good shape. So I just really need the car picked up so I can get that other stuff off of there. And I might take that whole rear end off of that car, because the rear end on my car out here has some corrosion, and I just don't like fighting with corrosion. You know, when I'm trying to take off a brake caliper, when I'm trying to take off a brake line, when I'm trying to take off this, that, or the other, if I can avoid it, I don't want to deal with rust. So there I was. It's telling me to swipe right for some reason. Let me see what happened when I swipe right. Oh, wow. I can see all of my chats. There's a guy in here named Steve O. Now, if this is the legendary Steve O, man, I need your help. I need you to send me a text or something and connect with me. I will come to you. I will do whatever I need to do. I will pay you if you are the legendary Volvo Steve O from out in the Connecticut area. I need some help. I need you to teach me how to do something. Anyway, I was out there. I pulled some interior bits. A lot of you guys have these little map lights up over the rear doors, and you've touched those things and they shatter and break. Mita and I collect those things so that you guys can have them if you need them. I don't even know if they sell those things anymore. They're probably not available. So I got them. One thing that this car had that it would just be a shame if this got crushed. It has those tan door panels with the cloth door cards. Like the R's have the leather door cloth that don't pucker. This car has those cloth door cards that don't pucker. And these door cards look pretty good. So if you have a S or V70 P80 car and your door cards are puckered in your tan door, and you want to cure that in a very nice, tasteful way, call or text me. I will write your information down, send me a deposit. I'll go get those things and mail them to you. Now, most people do their best to hold out for the R-style leather door cards to put in their SV70. These, to me, are just as nice. Now, I might have a set of those leather door cards, but from the R, but I want to get a P80 V70 98. If I get one that's not a 98, I'm going to probably convert it to a 98. But I want one of those cars to use for my spare car. So if I got a car that's down for getting something done, I don't have to take lemonade. I can jump in that V70, go. If I'm working on somebody's car and they don't have a car to get around, I might let them use that V70. If I run into somebody that's in desperate need for a car, I might pass them on that V70 or let them borrow it until I get them something else. So I want one of those V70s. So my R door cards are probably not for sale. Probably not for sale. But these door cards are nice. If you got those ugly S70 vinyl puckered up door cards falling apart in every which way, man, please contact me. I would hate to see these things go to waste. Now, that being said, this is a cosmetic item. So you got to pay me to get them, pay me to ship them, and you'll have them. They're worth it. I really think they're worth it. Now, a lot of you know that when I really got started in doing this thing, helping Volvo people, And traveling, I was doing what they call helper tours. And if you had money to pay, fine. If you didn't have money to pay, fine. And I still have a little bit of that charity work going on. I do run into people that can't afford to fix their cars. I help them as best I can in doing that. However, I got to take care of my household first, got to pay the bills. And then, man, I went to help somebody not long ago, and they said they didn't have no money. I got there, I promise you, they had $1,000 worth of Volvo parts. Half of them they didn't need. They could have took that half that they didn't need and used that money to pay me. I digress. I did the work anyway. They didn't. They paid me a little bit, probably covered my hard expenses, but in general, I did that charity work several hours for nothing. I'm not bent out of shape about that. I love the ability to help people. However, if you got it, pay me. I had a guy one time, man, I promise you, this guy worth about $10 million. Had a lot of assets, asked me to do some work, said he was cash poor. And I told him, sorry, man, if you cash poor, I can't help you. You have too much resources and stuff like that for me to work for you for free. I don't think I'm well off. I'm not the poorest of them all, but I don't have a lot of wealth stacked away. If you got 6 cars, 3 motorcycles, 4 girlfriends, 8 dogs, 3 cats, a few birds, a property with a lake, 2 bass boats, and 3 houses, 2 barns, man, I have no business doing work for you for free. It's just not right. Like, why would you even ask? I mean, you the guy that should be tipping. I have worked for single moms, not even probably didn't even have papers to be in this country, that I did some work for. They know the work would have been $1,200. They had a $1,200 quote from a shop. I was able to do the work for $400 labor. They bought parts, probably $250. So they was in it for $650 instead of $1,200. The lady tipped me. I mean, single mom, working under the table. She was generous enough to tip me. But here this guy is, worth about $10 million. He didn't even pay me, let alone tip me. It's like, somebody help me, please. But, it ain't all about money. If it was, most of my DIY videos would be locked up. They'd have a little fee on them. Timing belt video, you can watch that video for $10. It's worth $10 to watch that video and do the timing belt yourself. If you took your 850 to the dealer to get the timing belt done tomorrow, what do you think the dealer would charge you to do that timing? I mean, parts at the dealer are going to be $500. They're going to charge you another $600, $700, $800 to do the job. Somebody told me that they was quoted $1,400 to do the timing belt and water pump on their 850 not long ago. You can buy those parts for $300. Watch my video for $10 and do it yourself. You 360 into it, you save over $1,000. So, wait a minute. One of my buddies out in Oregon, where I was talking to him yesterday, he said that a shop quoted him like $400 or $500 to do a tune-up, and another $600-700 to do a brake job. They quote them like $1,300 to do a tune-up and a brake job. Man, I said, look, man, buy me a round-trip airline ticket. I'll fly out there. I'll do the work in 3-4 hours. We'll go out and have a very nice dinner. We'll stay in adjacent rooms in the nicest hotel in town, and I'll fly back the next day and still save you $300. You know, it's like, man, you know, some of these shops are expensive. So I said all that to say this. If you are hurting in need and you don't have 12 cars, 3 dogs, and 4 girlfriends, and you need my help, holler at me, man. If I'm able, I'm going to help you. I send free parts out of here often. I order parts, and some of you guys have helped me. You know, I mentioned this deal I did on the cylinder head for a guy that was paralyzed, and I did a cylinder job for nothing twice because he had the wrong cylinder head the first time. The guy passed away. His, I guess, ex-wife has the car, and she damaged the AC on the car, bumping it into one of those curb stops, which threw the cylinder head the first time. So me and several of my viewers chipped in. I contacted a Volvo shop in her area. I ordered the parts, sent the parts to that shop. She took the car to that shop. The shop did the repairs, put a protective metal IPD skid plate under the car so it wouldn't happen again, and we paid for it. Me and a few of my viewers. You know, we roll like that. So we still do charity. I sent a bunch of brand new parts to a cat out in Pennsylvania not long ago. Brand new parts, delivered some, sent some out there. We help people. But if you want something cosmetic, I'm going to charge you to go get it for you, ship it to you. You're going to be better off with it, but you have to pay for it, you know. That's just the way it's going down. I made a mistake one time. I had a guy about 2 hours from me. He had a very nice V70R. He had them crappy, no, it wasn't a V70R, it was a T5 manual. He had those crappy door panels, and I had some door panels. I said, hey man, I got some R door panels. You want to buy them? Sure. I didn't nail down the price with the guy. I went up there, did a little bit of work with the guy, unloaded the door panels, and he said, oh man, thanks. You know, everybody knows those door panels are $100 a piece. This guy PayPal me like $35 for the door panels. They didn't even cover my cost of taking them up there. It's like, dude, like, you need to send me some more money for the door panel. Never heard from him. You know, they stole the door panels from me. But besides all that, man, I try to be as fair as I can with people that I buy parts from. And some people give me parts. Example, some people watch the videos for years. They save thousands of dollars doing the work themselves, understanding what they're paying mechanics to do. And hey, they enjoy it. And when they are done with Volvo, oftentimes they send me the parts that they didn't use. Prime example, today I got a package, opened it up. It had a firewall junction in there. It had a brand new thermostat in there. It had 2 rear shock mounts in there. It had both turbo coolant hoses in there. It had $150, $200 for parts in there, and a couple of oil filters. I appreciate that. I go through oil filters almost every month, so I can use that stuff. So I appreciate folks that visit. Hey, if you are on this live, it says 3 people are here. I think maybe more than that are here on the TikTok. Tap the screen, give me some likes, man. All the likes are mine. I got like 150 likes on there, and I did 100 of them myself. Let me give myself some more lights up here. I'm tapping the screen. That's why my YouTube is shaking, because my phone is leaning against my computer, and that's shaking my deal. So if you're on YouTube, hit the like button. I got 6 likes and 8 people. Like, why am I got less likes than people on the screen? So anyway, I went to the junkyard. I got an ABS module, not the one with the tracks that I need. So if you have tracks ABS modules, please send me a call me or text me so I can try to purchase that from you. If you're reasonable about it. I had a guy send me a message, send me a picture of the ABS module. Man, it looked like this ABS module fell out of the airplane on landing, rolled and slid across the concrete 400 yards, and then got ran over by a pickup truck before somebody picked it up and gave it to him. He wanted $120 for it. Man, I can't do that. I'm too broke to be a fool. I mentioned that in the video the other day. So don't come at me like that, please. Especially when you're saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars using the videos. It's like, give me a break. Anyway, hey, if you're on the live, passing through, whatever, hit the like button. I can't hit it. It won't let me hit it. Hit the like button so I can maybe get a little more exposure. The algorithm will say, hey, people like that, whatever. But anyway, I'm streaming on 2 platforms right now. I got my computer on YouTube, which will save the video, and we all can watch it later. And then I have it on my phone on TikTok, where once that live is over, it's over. So that's what I got going on. So at the junkyard, back to the junkyard, I got the throttle body little cover. I got a mass airflow sensor. Somebody needs one of those. I got the ABS module. I got the 2 courtesy lights above the back doors. Now that car was a slick top, so it has a slick top dome light. The slick top dome lights are different from the sunroof dome light. So if you need a dome light, holler at me. I'll run out there and get it. It's got those good door cards. I didn't get those. If you want those door cards, call or text me. Give me a deposit. I'll get them to you. All of them are charges for my time going back and getting them and packing them up, shipping them to you. You got to pay shipping. Or I can deliver them if we're close by and I pass through your area. If you're not in a hurry to get them, I can deliver. It had 4 of the carpeted floor mats. To the life of me, I have no idea why I see you find people with the SUV 70s and 850s and you have no floor mats in the car. Like, what's that about? I mean, maybe you bought the car with no floor mats. These Volvo floor mats are very nice. They clean up well. They last long. Man, it took me 450,000 miles to put a hole in one of those floor mats, driving with a clutch. Like, digging the gears, off, boom, 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 boom. Maybe not 450 because I only had the clutch in for 90,000. But the normal wear from braking and the clutch deal finally were holding it. All right, let me check my comments. 18 Rabbit said, I have a question for you, Robert. Is it true that there is no longer a quality new fuel pump available, i.e., aftermarket one is quite trashy in quality now? Again, what kind of vehicle are you referring to? If you're referring to the P80 all-wheel drive fuel pumps, that's a sad situation. Volvo quit making the fuel pumps because they weren't being manufactured well. A buddy of mine went through like 2 or 3 fuel pumps in a year. And when I went there to replace the last one, I could see where it wasn't put together right. If you have a P80, you can get a good fuel pump. If you have a P80 all-wheel drive, you got like a 25% chance you're going to get a good fuel pump. A guy in Chicago named Irvin. He had a fuel pump going bad. Put one in there. I don't think it lasted a year. He had me help him seal the cap. Fuel pump was noisy. It might have lasted almost a year, but really it didn't, because it was bad almost from the time we put it in there. It was noisy, and at the end, it might have been putting out like 10, 15 psi. He could start and drive the car, but he couldn't accelerate. Anytime he accelerated, the car would bog down. Of course, that car has a cable throttle body, so you can open that throttle body up to give it the air, because it's not a gas pedal, it's an air pedal. And the computer is supposed to match that with gas. Well, it couldn't, because there wasn't no fuel pressure there to increase the gas. So the car would like stumble whenever he tried to put his foot on the gas, even normal driving trying to get on the highway. We wasn't sure if it was a fuel pump. I told him I thought it was. We tried a few things. We put a fuel pump that he got from eBay. I think it said it was a Delphi fuel pump. That car came to life. The fuel pump was silent, and he is back on the road. So he kind of struck gold on that one. Anyway, fuel pumps are hard to see. Hey, Charles, man, I finally found the seat that had that seat skin on it. Now, you're talking about the bottom seat skin, not the back. The bottom seat skin is the same driver or passenger. So you're probably better off with the passenger one. They don't have less wear on it. But the driver's side one is going to have a lot of wear on it. But the backs are different. So are you talking about the back, or are you talking about the bottom? Let me see if there's any other questions that people had that I'm missing. I'll answer a few questions here. Thank you, Jay. All the colors. Hey, car guy. Come on, people. Like this video. Thank you. All right, so yeah, if you got a wagon P80, man, you might be in bad shape looking for a good fuel pump. Man, I got a lot of comments and people coming in and out. Wow, over here on TikTok. Let's see if there's any questions that anybody had over here on the TikTok side. Share the live if you can. Like it if you can. If you would, please, kindly, thank you, and I appreciate it. I just thought I'd pop on here, talk about my last junkyard run and anything else somebody might have a question about. What state am I in? I am in the great state of Ohio. I actually live in what I call northern Kentucky. Cincinnati is right on the edge of Kentucky. So across the river, you're in Kentucky. I call it northern Kentucky. Did you used to work for D? I don't know what that means, but it's probably some perverted child on somebody's live. I'm still looking for a Volvo. Send me a text. Let me know which one you're looking for. If I see it, I'll let you know. Yeah. Now, some people tell me they want something, especially from the junkyard, and I don't remember all these requests. So I tell people, remind me weekly. I say that because I might write it down here at home. I might leave it in my text. I can't always find my messages. If you remind me weekly, if I see it, I'll grab it and text it to you. Hey, I got it. It's in the paper. You know, found a great Volvo mechanic in Ithaca, New York. Is that how you pronounce that? Where's a good place to find 850s? Out there. I guess a good 850s right out there. You know, I mean, it's hit or miss. You know, I don't think it depends on what you're looking for. You can still see them for sale on Facebook and stuff, but man, 850s are selling fast. I need a back windshield wiper and one headlight wiper. My son snapped off the part that holds. I got that stuff, man. Are you talking about for one of them P2 wagons, there's a lot of those in junkyards. Send me a text message, call me. I'll get it next time I'm down there. All right, looks like I'm caught up on my TikTok messages. Let's see where we are over here on my YouTube messages. Do. Yes, the bottom only. Charles, yeah, I got it. I'll pull it, send it to you, and I'll probably send that thing out tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. Hey, Robert, love the story so far. What is the average price on our bumpers, front and back in the U.S.? Hard to find out factual price when I'm in Norway. A state of confusion. Okay, so Swedish car parts just popped a bunch of our 850 front lower bumpers. I believe the price is $600. It costs like $400 to send that big box, even though the box is only 10, 11 pounds. So, if you want a brand new fiberglass or replica bumper, they're there. I'm sure if you pay for shipping in Norway, he'd ship you one. They're selling, people are selling it. So if you look at one of his listings, I think it says $700. If you look at his other listing, I think it says $1,000. Unless you find somebody to make one, there ain't no more. And the used ones ain't no cheaper to ship. They're a little heavier. And almost all the used ones are busted. Like I got 3, maybe 4 busted ones in my garage right now that I can fix and use, but they are busted. So that is just what it is. The back bumpers on the 850s are the same as regular 850s. So there is no back or bumper. It's just a bumper. And they're easy to find. I can pull them off any car and ship them to you. If you're willing to pay the shipping, I don't mind shipping. I ship parts overseas all the time. The only thing about shipping stuff over there is people start getting antsy. Hey, where's the tracking number? I sent you the tracking number. Well, I can't track it. Well, I can't track it either. It's going overseas. They don't let me track stuff going overseas. Well, I don't have it yet. Well, I shipped it yesterday. Well, a week later, I don't have it. I'm not personally delivering parts to the UK, so I don't know what to tell you. You know you paid for it. You know I packaged it up. You know I sent you a tracking number, and I put it at the post office so it can get to you. I can't do anything more than that because I can't control the people at the post office. I got $2,100 worth of parts lost at the post office right now. You think they're trying to find it? No. They keep telling me every day, we're going to call you. I ain't got no phone calls from them. They just don't care. Unfortunately, the package wasn't insured. So is that my loss? Well, the guy said he'll eat the cost and send me the part. And we had a wooden shift knob sent, I think, from France, maybe Germany. They didn't fill out the custom forms right. It got to the U.S. Customs, and they kicked a message to the sender saying, hey, you need to fix this custom form. 2 years, ain't never seen that shift knob, at least a year and a half. So after they jerked around, demanding more information on the custom form, they lost the part. So there's a original wooden 1995 Volvo T5R manual shift knob floating around in one of these packaging systems. So if you guys know how to check that stuff and you find that knob on some auction site, buy it. I might buy it, or one of my desperate buddies will. We like those parts. It's good parts. So let's see where we got here. I found a great Volvo mechanic. We already read that. I need a back windshield. We read that. All right, it don't look like I got any more messages. So, Junkyard run was successful. I walked out of there about $35 light. I had those parts that I explained that I had. Now, people want their ABS modules fixed. There is a low supply for ABS modules. Now, I've done this myself. I don't know if other people have done it. I've always heard people say that the Trax system on the 850 is pretty useless. It's a useless system. Nobody gets any benefit out of it. It's supposed to apply the brakes to a slipping wheel when you have Trax on. I've never figured out how to turn it on. Is it on with the switch up? Is it on with the switch down? Is it on with the light on? Is it off with the light on? I don't know. And if you got a car that you're hitting the gas and you're below 15 miles an hour and that wheel starts spinning, it's supposed to activate the ABS and apply brakes to that wheel to stop it from spinning. I don't know if that's ever worked. I said all that to say this. There are plenty of non-Trax ABS modules. I took one of those non-Trax ABS modules. I put it on a car at 850 that had Trax, and I had no Trax light, no ABS light, and everything else on the car worked just fine. So as far as my car, my 96, if it needs an ABS module, it doesn't matter to me if the module is Trax or not. I'll put it on. I won't have a Trax light, and the ABS will work, and I won't have an ABS light. So it's just food for thought, And that goes over people's head about the same as deleting the oil cooler lines. I know some of you guys gotta have it the way they send it to you, and you're purists, but I'm telling you, that probably doesn't matter. Just like those oil cooler lines are pretty much useless. So take that as you will. Have a great day. Now, if you're in the live and you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. Hey, I got 629 likes on TikTok. That is awesome. Let me see if there's a couple more questions I can answer. Then I'm going to call it a night. I wake up early. I got up and got started this morning. It might have been 4:15. So I run from about 4:15. I come over here. I did some administrative stuff. When I seen the sun was up, I hit the streets, get my exercise in. I do at least 3.5, 4 miles of my exercise. I come back here, take care of some more administrative stuff, hit the shower, make my breakfast because Nita is visiting family right now. Clean up a little bit behind myself. I go out, run some more errands, try to do some work. I grab parts that I need to ship people. I got to go get packaging in boxes for some of this stuff because it's not stuff I normally ship out. And I go and I take care of it and I ship it out. So that's what my day consists of. And hopefully I can fix a car or two in the middle of all that stuff. Oh, weird thing happened. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was helping somebody, actually I think it was the day before. I was helping somebody replace an exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold came off the back of the 850. It went into the flex joint. The flex joint came apart internally and was an exhaust leak. So he wanted to replace that. He got a brand new one. I put it on. In the middle of putting that on, I took this aluminum tube that was coming off the exhaust to the airbox. I set it aside. Somewhere in the mix, that aluminum thing rolled over onto the battery, and it was shorting out the battery positive and negative post. Good thing the key wasn't in the ignition. I'm working on the exhaust, putting on the heat shield, and the guy walks over and he goes, "Why is this hood latch smoking?" And I looked, the passenger had hood latch was smoking. It was like, I don't know. And he said, well, disconnect the battery. I turned my hand to look at the battery, and I seen that aluminum thing on there. I just grabbed it and picked it off, and it was hot. Somehow, shorting out those battery posts caused the passenger side hood latch to start getting hot and melting. So it like melted some stuff inside of it and jammed that hood latch up and wasn't working right. So the first thing I did this morning was replace the hood latch on that car. Strange. It's just weird. I'm not good with electricity, but that was really weird. Melting the hood latch. See if there's something else on there. Bottom only. Hey Robert, I love the story so far. What is the average price on our bumper? We talked about that. Thanks for the info. Most art bumpers here are often go for between 1,000 and 3,000. Is that US dollars or euros? Either way, I see that. I understand that, So it might be cheaper to later on get one shipped. I have a bunch of 850 parts laying around. Some rare, some less so. If you have one of those wooden 95 shift knobs with the Alcantara boot, don't try to take it off the shifting base. Leave that on there. Man, I will buy that every day. My customers with very nice special cars want those things, and I think they deserve them, but they're not available here. So if you run into one of those and you don't need it, we will buy that thing from you. Man, I wish I could get them here, but I think I was able to purchase two. A guy that went to Sweden bought a couple and brought them back and was kind enough to sell me one. Only the knob. I plan on putting that knob in lemonade when I manual swap it. If you ever need anything, yell out and we can see if it's worth actually shipping over and vice versa. Man, I ship stuff all the time. I'm supposed to be shipping a T5R ECU over there. I think the shipping is like $70 UPS, $90 DHL. DHL used to be the cheap guy, but now UPS is beating the price. That's a little bit expensive. I send little stuff over there all the time. Stickers, those US corner light assembly sockets. I send wing clips over there. I've sent a couple of armed wings over there for like $300. And, I, I need to make money, but I'm just not greedy. I don't shoot for the highest price every time. One time, I found one of those R rear wings from like a 97 850R with the little whale tail flip on the end. And I pulled out a junkyard, I paid $20 for it. Some kid in the Phoenix, Arizona area, probably the same one tried to send me this ABS module yesterday. He said, hey man, I'd like to buy that wing from you. What do you want for it? I said, send me $100 and cover the ship. Fine. The guy got the wing and made fun of me. Like I was a sucker for selling them that cheap. Dude, I'm trying to be nice. Like give you a gift. And now you're gonna like heckle me? Man, these kids these days. But yeah, hey man, if you would send me an email, if you are overseas, WhatsApp is a great way to communicate with me. Hit me up on WhatsApp, send me an email, are the cheapest ways to get in touch with me. I'll save your info. And when I need something from over there, I'll let you know. Because occasionally I do. You guys got stuff we don't have. One thing that I would like to get is the headlight adjusters for the 850. I'm often overloading the car. When I overload the car, the back of it goes down, the headlights come up. Now I'm irritating people on the highway at night. I would like to have those adjusters in there that I could pitch those headlights back down and not irritate people. So If you are in Europe and you have the ability to take the 850 headlight uh, adjustment stuff out, package it up, let me know how much, I'll buy it. Ship it to me. I'd really like to have that. Not so I can say, hey, I got this and nobody else got it. I actually need it. Other than that, I got to adjust my headlights all the time. Taking them up, taking them down, taking them up, taking them down. And with the switch, it's easier to see how much up and how much down. When I'm out there with the 10 millimeter, I don't even know where I'm going sometimes. I believe it, man. I believe it with that wooden shift knob. So the wooden shift knob I have, I was telling myself, you know what? I want to see what this is worth. The best way to see what it's worth is put it on eBay and let the chips fall. I was going to put a minimum bid on there, a reserve of $1,000, and I was too scared to do it because I didn't want nobody to buy it, but I wanted to know how high they would bid it. There's people out there that can afford $1,000, $1,500, maybe $2,000 for a rare piece like that. So I'm keeping it. I didn't want to lose it, but man, I was tempted to put it out there. You know, $900. I didn't even tell him a price. Very few automatic stuff over here though. We all prefer manuals back then. A manual is a less expensive car to build. They sent all the automatics to the US because that was considered a luxury feature, automatic transmission. They've been giving us automatic transmission since the 60s. But a manual's more fun. We all know that. That's why we're breaking our backs and hurting all of these cars manual over here. But yeah, in Europe, they just did it the economic way and told people if you can't drive a manual, tough. So we got automatic stuff if you want it. I can send whatever you need, but it's just, yeah. So when I talked about these cars out here in front of my house a couple months ago, people laughed at me when I said this car is worth 6,000, this car is worth 4,000, this car is worth 12,000, and people here in the U.S. are buying 850R dashes, paying $1,400 for them, and then they're fixing them and putting them in the car. The center console pieces, the two pieces, one piece with the coin holder, the other piece going around the shifter, automatic, not flaking off. Those two pieces are going almost $300 a pop. So don't tell me that I can't strip an 850 out here and not part it out for $4,000. The engines, I had an offer for $3,000 for an engine out of 850 that had 300,000 miles. You know, at the end of the day, when you look on Bring a Trailer here in the U.S., there are very nice 850s selling between $15,000 and $30,000. Now, one thing that always kind of bothers me is we got 30-year-old cars. If somebody hit this car, what the insurance company's going to do? They're going to try not to pay. Now, I got full coverage insurance on all my cars. One of my cars was out there. My son-by-law borrowed it, wrecked it 2 blocks from the house. I don't even know if it was 2 blocks, block and a half. Wrecked the car, hit a parked car. Insurance company offered me $3,200. I literally laughed on the phone. I was like, y'all are tripping. This ain't happening. I'll see you in court. I have full coverage. I didn't have any specialty insurance, just your regular run-of-the-mill insurance company, retail insurance company, you know, Jake knows. After about 30, 45 days of them jerking around, they called me and said they were going to have a dealer appraiser get in touch with me about the car. He appraised it for 18. The damage was 11. They sent me a check the next day for 11. Told me if I needed more to let them know. And kept on moving. One of our conversations, they were like, we don't even know why you got full coverage on a 30-year-old car. It just don't seem smart. And I said, well, it's not my responsibility to educate you guys on car values. That's what you're in the business for. But the fact that I have 3 of them with full coverage should be some kind of clue that this ain't a $3,200 car. Like, what the heck, people? So I fixed the car even before they sent me the check, because I can't leave my car out here banged up, looking all busted up, rusted and everything else, because blew the airbags, busted up the hood, tore out the fender, apron, engine mount, intercooler, radiator, tore all that stuff out. It even blew the sunroof out. I was kind of surprised at that. I thought the roof was buckled because the sunroof was blown out, but it wasn't. So yeah, there's these cars, these 850s, especially the R models, are kind of on a good collector scale. So you could put money into those cars and get that money back out. You know, this car I'm in the process of building for this guy in Texas, I think he's going to end up at like maybe 60 cents on the dollar what this car is actually worth when it's done. He could probably sell it and make 40% profit on the car, you know. But it's going to be a nice car. Oh, it is a nice car. It's going to be nicer when we get done doing the stuff we're doing. Indeed, so much more fun with a man. Oh yeah, T5s were rare over here. So a T5 could sell for $20K plus dollars in okay condition with more than 230,000 miles. Man, I should sell Panther to one of you guys over there. You know, you guys would enjoy it. You guys would have that legendary Panther. Just ship it over there. Take it. It's in good shape, man. My wife keeps those cars looking good. I mean, Panther looks really good. And you know what irritated her the most when she was detailing it? A couple of the panels in the back cargo area. Now, you guys know Panther is the hardest working 850 on the planet. That thing is carrying engines, tools, transmission, axles, everything dirty, grimy, heavy, smelly, everything. It's been in the back of that car. I got on the scale with Panther one time, and I was at 4,900 pounds on the scale, 4,900 pounds in that car. Her thing that irritated her the most, there was a couple panels in there that didn't match. You know, most of it was dark. 2 of the panels back there, I think the main one that you open up and see the spare tire with, and the one on the side was like a shade or 2 lighter. She was like, no, this is unacceptable. I'm going to need these dark panels. I was like, just dye them. Just dye everything black back there. Just make it all. She's like, no, just find me the right ones. I was like, okay, yes, ma'am. You know, so she is serious. And Panther over there, man, that car is spotless, sitting there waiting for me to put a limited slip differential in the transmission. Recommendations on getting on the lower T40 for the lower thermostat house. The lower T40. So somebody done bust the thermostat housing, hammering it on it, trying to get the top screws out. Wait 1 second. I'll be right back. First of all, if you watch my brand new alternator video I posted a few days ago, maybe a week ago, it tells you how to, the easy way to get that whole power steering thing up and out of the way. Once that's out of the way, there's nothing in the way. You can get it easy. I just ordered these from Amazon. Let me see how much these things cost on Amazon. Do, 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 do. Where's my account at? I hope you guys didn't get kicked off on YouTube over here. Why is it asking me to sign in? This is junk. Anyway, where am I at here? I think I might have paid $15 for these. $25 at the most. Long torques. The smallest one is T25. The longest one is T60. This T40 will reach right under there and pop that bolt out with a... You can buy this one alone. I bought a couple of these alone on Amazon for like $8 or something like that. But I decided to get a kit because John Ward had a kit. And he always wants me to have the best stuff. And I figured I'd use a couple of them. I definitely use the T40 on the normal. Definitely getting the old thermostat housing bolts out. This is the best thing to use for it. Pop that bolt out. Then occasionally I need a long T25 or T30. These other ones I won't use as much, but occasionally I see something that I need a long, larger one. Nice little kit. Drop this whole kit in your toolbox. $25 at the most. Oh man, something is going on. Oh, it's telling me I need to do some activity on my live because I don't have enough interaction. Good. Let me tap my screen here. Man, I got 1,000 likes on TikTok and I only got 17 on YouTube. Man, you guys on YouTube is getting the pants beat off of y'all on likes. And one person can run up 100 likes on TikTok. You can't do that on YouTube. You only get one like. I know it's a cheat, but whatever. So I recommend you get a long T40. Reach under there, pop that thing off. Best to take that power steering pump stuff away and out of the way. You'll be good to go, man. That's a good to go thing right there. All right. Man, I wish it was possible for me to afford getting one shipped over, but the taxes and extra cost of getting it registered here is the car costs 3 or 4 times as much. Man, you got to hit the lottery. Come over here, play the lottery, get you $4 or $5 million or $40 million or $200 million. Go and grab you 6 or 7, 8 50s and get one for each day of the week. That's what I would do if I were you. You know, that's exactly how it happens. Yeah, man. I know. I've been here too long, you know. And half the time, it's not the owner of the car that does it. My video says, under no circumstance should you tap on that thermostat housing bolt with any kind of hammer or nothing. Do not do that. And my unbelievers do it anyway. And the bottom of that thermostat is like freaking rice paper. Ding, ding. Thing breaks off. There you are, standing there with your pecker in your hand. And most of the time, it's guys that walk away. They go look at something, go to get something, go change tools, and their dad or their brother or their mechanic says, a lot of people can't get those things. I've shipped out many of them. Oh man, I can't find one. I don't know where to get one. I got them. I carry extras. Matter of fact, I might want to pull 2 or 3 of them just so I can have 2 or 3 of them on the shelf. Because I only think I got 2 of them on the shelf right now. So when people do that, they call me. I ship them right out. They get them in 2 days. I just got a set of long torch from the Matco truck. When I was thinking it off, definitely cost more than 50. Man, that Matco truck is for rich, strong mechanics, man. Guys, I don't think I can afford the warranty on a Matco truck. Somebody give me a Matco tour. I found one in the junkyard. I can't even afford to get the Matco truck to swap it out for me for brakes. Most of those Matco drivers, they don't do that. If you're not their customer, paying them for tools, they don't care. You go to the company for warranties. They're not servicing that. So one day, I travel a lot. I come back to Cincinnati to check on my daughter, hang out a few days. Then I get back out of here. I really don't have customers here. I really don't want customers at home. If I come home, I want peace at home. I got a couple good friends here. I do stuff. But other than that, I'm not doing work for the general public in Cincinnati. I come to Cincinnati. Since I'm not working, I'm going to go donate blood. I go to donate blood. When I come out, there's mechanics standing beside my car. Robert, we need you to come help us fix this Volvo. We've had this Volvo in this garage stuck for a month. We can't figure out what's wrong with it. We did this, and this, and it's broke. I said, well, go in there and look at this, and that'll fix it. And you can go on about your business. They're like, no, I can't be that easy. Can you please come over and show us? Sure, I'll come over. So I had to walk across the parking lot, go into their Firestone station, and show them what was wrong in like 2 minutes so they can fix the car and get it out of there. So I know how people break stuff. Yesterday, I get a call from a guy. I'm telling you, man, I thought I was being punked. You know those radio shows that call people and like mess with them and like get them all riled up? I thought this was happening. This guy was calling me 2-3 times a day from Wisconsin. I'm like, is somebody telling you to mess with me? Like, quit calling me like 2-3 times a day. Watch the video. He called me. I hang up on him, send him the video. I tell him, don't call me, watch the video. He texts me, I send him a video. He called me, I sent him, like, quit calling me. Hadn't heard from the guy in a couple weeks. He told me him and his buddy was going to do his PCV. So I get a call yesterday. You can't keep the car running, man. The car, it starts, it shuts right off. Like, you can't get it running. I said, well, did you remove that bracket from the corner of the intake manifold? I specifically said in that video to just throw that bracket in the trash. Yeah, I should have brought some water. Anyway, yeah, we threw the bracket in the trash. I said, is all the turbo hoses on? Yeah, of course, we had all the turbo hoses on it. Double check all the clamps on the turbo hoses. One of them's probably loose, the hose probably not on. The car suffocates when you do that. Check the turbo hose. Call me back 15 minutes later. Man, we checked it all. We can't find nothing wrong. Send me a picture. Stand in front of the driver's headlight. Take a picture aimed at the throttle body. And as much of the engine you can. Go back by the hinge on the driver's side. Take a picture of the engine bay. I told them take 4 pictures. They sent me 1 picture. From the driver's side headlight toward the throttle body. Guess what? The whole hose from the top of the intercooler that wraps around, takes that turn, and goes into the throttle body is missing. I specifically told them, is the hose on the idle air control valve? Yeah, it's all on. It's all tight. The hose is missing. It ain't even there. The whole freaking hose is missing. So I get the picture. I'm trying to eat dinner. I look at it. I just shake my head, man. Call him back. How you missing a whole hose? You said you put everything back together. You got a whole hose missing. This hose as big as your arm, dude. Like, how you missing that? And I told you 4 times, check the throttle body and idle air control valve. You just lied to me. So they put it on, and he drove on his merry way. So that's the kind of stuff I see a lot, and I'm glad to be able to help people. And it's really incredible to be able to help people on the phone. I had one mechanic call me from New York all month long. Did the PCV system, couldn't get the car running. I told them to check that bracket at the end of the manifold. I sent them pictures of it. I sent them videos of it. Yeah, I got it. I've taken that manifold off 15 times. Put it back on. Okay, I'll be out there in a couple of weeks. I go out there. He fires the car up. It fires up. It idles high and it dies. I look down there. There's the bracket stuck in between the manifold and the cylinder head. Like, dude, I thought you told me you got this out. It takes me 11, 12 hours to drive to New York. Then I got to drive back 11, 12 hours. Should I get paid for this time that I can't work? When I'm on my way to New York to help him, I can't do nothing else. I can't change nobody's tire. I can't change nobody's oil. I can't do no tune-ups. I'm on the road stuck. Now, if I'm wherever I need to be, working all day, I could make $300 to $500 if I work all day long from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. I can make $500. If I drive 12 hours to get to you, should you cover my gas, pay me for my time? $300 to $500. Then I got to get back to where I'm at. It's another $300 to $500. And I get to work. It's 5 minutes because it's something simple like that. So I have 25 hours tied up in the day for 5 minutes worth of work. How much you gonna pay me for 5 minutes worth of work? So I'm quoting people now. You want me to drive all the way out there? I can't do nothing else. You got to pay me for my time. You got to pay for the gas. You got to pay for the food. One guy had me come to Vegas to help him fix his car so he could pass emissions. I went all the way to Vegas. 20 minutes it took me to fix the car. The flight to Vegas was only $67. I didn't need any tools to fix the car, so I didn't have to take tools. I did take a few because I thought, what if I need some tools? The flight back was $91. The time was 20 minutes. We tried to find something else I could do for him for a couple hours. I said, man, just cover the travel, whatever, give me a couple $100. The guy said he was trying to get that fixed for like 7 years. 7 years he couldn't pass emissions. And he got past emissions the next day. Tipped me $1,000. Man, I appreciate that. Because really, there was nothing I could really do traveling from Vegas and back for those couple of days. So he covered me. I appreciate that. All right, let me get a couple questions. If you have a question, go ahead and put it down because I'm going to answer these questions and I'm going to wrap it because I'm 15, 16 minutes past my bedtime. I'm getting old. You guys know how old I am? Probably nobody knows how old I am. Hi, Robert. Do you still take cross-country trips to help Volvo owners? I sure do. As soon as I get finished with this car, I might go through Michigan for a day, through Chicago for a half day, to Lincoln, Nebraska. From Lincoln, Nebraska, I'm going down to Albuquerque, New Mexico, doing some work in the Albuquerque area. Then I'm going to Sedona, Arizona. After I leave Sedona, Arizona, I'm doing a manual swap there on an NA car. Actually, yeah, it's a manual swap on an NA 850. The car had 38,000 miles on it. And somebody took the transmission off of it and rebuilt it because probably a bad P&P switch, and they wrecked the transmission. So the transmission probably didn't last a year after that. So the guy's going to manual swap it. From there, I'm going to Las Vegas for probably 2 days. And from there, I'm going to Southern Cal to help a few people that asked me to do a few things. And then I'm gonna ratchet up to the Seattle area as quick as I can, and then I'm gonna get back over here to the East Coast. So it's going to be a short trip, but I'll probably be back there in the fall. So like October, November, I'll go out there and hang out for 4 or 5 months. I'll spend 4 or 5 months on the West Coast. It's easy to do. There's a lot of busted Volvos out there. There's a lot of guys that say they're going to fix them. I got a guy's car been sitting in the shop, I think only to get the cylinder head bolted on there, which is a 4 or 5 hour job, for 13, 14 months. So I'm going to go out there, bolt the cylinder head on that, get that car running, probably fix another car he has. And these people, man, they pay a lot of money. The average cylinder head job that I do probably costs $1,600. Them people out in California are paying like 5, 6 G's for a cylinder head job. So a lot of times when I go out there and help them, I do stuff like that. They're real kind to me. They'll treat me to like a Waffle House or something like that, and we get some grub, and they get the car fixed. So yeah, I do travel a lot. The one place I don't get that often, and I don't know why, is down in Florida. Probably because they got some good mechanics down in Florida, and they don't need. What do you think about those angle eye headlights for the 850? Angel eye, they don't bother me. I kind of like them. I had a pair on Queen Bee. Of course, it got destroyed when my son-in-law crashed the car. I have a set in the basement that I traded for some normal 850 lights that Mita does want to put on Lemonade. Now, the cutoff is a little weird. It kind of goes like a V shape, which is okay, other than some of the beam getting into oncoming traffic. I wish those beams were more flat. I like the light throw on them. If they look new, they look real good. I kind of like them. Next time I put a set on, I'm going to wire up the angel eyes and stuff like that because I haven't done that on any of my cars in the past. It's just something I could put a switch on them, cut them off and on. One will come on when the car's running. I think there's like an angel eye, a drip light, and then the regular lights. So I'll probably wire them up so that I can have a little fun with it a little bit. But I like it. I think they throw a crisper light than the stock lights, but I put these LEDs in the lights I got now, and they look good. Now, my driver's side light I bought from one of my buddies in the Seattle area is an aftermarket light, and it just sends the beam everywhere. So I need to get rid of that headlight, put a normal 850 headlight in there with those LEDs, run it like that until I put those angel eyes in there, which may be sooner than later because Nita wants them in. I like the look, but also love the original. Torn between switching and later getting the second car for having one of each. You know, and lights are easy to change. You can switch them back and forth. Have a nice sleep, Robert. It's 4:30 in the morning here, so should get a few hours of sleep before I go to work in 4 hours. That'd be a good thing. Man, I'm sorry about getting on so late. Maybe I'll get on at 4 in the morning, and it'll be 10 in the morning where you are. Older than Moses, just wise, just as wise. I'm probably as old as Moses was. There's a yellow sedan at a junkyard in Chico, California. So sad. I seen that. Who would do that? Who would send that car to the junkyard? It's a shame. So if you see a manual in the junkyard or one of those in the junkyard, man, actually, if you see any 850 in the junkyard now, holler at somebody because 850 parts are getting hard. Came in a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I seen that, man. It was sad. I kind of wish I was out there to glean something off of it. You know, it's nothing but the shift knob. The shift knob. People are paying $250 for those automatic wood shifting off if it's not destroyed. Definitely the dash. I took the dash out if the plastic on the facing wasn't destroyed. The center console stuff, man, you can make a little bit of side hustle money on those parts. So if anybody's out there, come get it. All right, let's see if I got any messages over here on TikTok so I can call it a night. Do you do any remote diagnosis of mechanical issues on Volvo? Yes, kind of all the time. You're the man. Thank you so much for everything you do for the community. I'm glad to help. Do you do any remote diagnosis? Yes, I do. The Volvo legend. Woo, woo. Hope you're doing well, sir. Much respect. Do you do the remote diagnosis? Yes, I do. I don't log into people's car, but you call me up, let me know what's going on, get the codes read, we help you out. Hey, Robert, how do you find an 850R? I got a sedan that's going to be for sale here soon. So if you want a sedan, I got one. I got a wagon T5R out here that nobody's put a deposit on. I would sell that thing. Need some work. If you want to buy it as is, do all the work. It's cheap. If you want me to do all the work, I'm really thinking about doing all the work on it, putting it on back just to see what a car I finish would go for on back. But I'm not married to that idea. I'm open to selling the car outright. I mentioned it on the video I had, and you can contact me direct. We can talk about it. How do I check my mileage with a broken odometer? What kind of vehicle is that? If that's 850, you go to YouTube, you type in Volvo 850 mileage Robert DIY. Video comes right up to show you how to do that. Report silver wagon is still blown up. Hey, send me a message. We can talk about that. Did you do the remote diagnosis? Man, I get that message again. Thank you for your service. Have no idea how many of my cars you helped me fix when I was 18. All right, man. Hey, whoever's asking about the remote diagnosis, send me a call or text, and I'll do my best to help you do that. Just bought a 97 850. Says only 80K miles, but I know it's not. Yeah, there's an easy way to get it is to get the 850 app from the Android store and get a little Bluetooth wireless dongle to plug in there. So, hey man, I'm out on YouTube. This will post. You can watch it on YouTube 100 times if you like. On TikTok, I don't know. It's just gone. So go to YouTube and watch it. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Appreciate the questions. Y'all have a good night. From the car guy. Woo, woo. Good night, y'all. Let's see if I figure out how to end this thing. I can see it on my computer. The end.